Right.
Sports Illustrated has announced their 2023 Swimsuit Rookies. The annual open casting call gives aspiring models a chance to meet with the Sports Illustrated Swimsuit team in hopes of being featured in the iconic magazine.
That's right. This year's rookie class features some extraordinary women, including best-selling author and host of Taste the Nation,
Okay, Padma.
She borrowed my bikini, by the way. She still hasn't given it back. She hasn't given it back. Yeah. Model Nicole Williams English, who is the second model to post pregnant for the feature.
Girl!
And another name that made the incredible lineup is model Lauren Chan. Not only is she wearing the title proudly, she's also making history. Lauren joins us this morning with more. Congratulations, and it's such an honor to meet you.
Snaps for you.
Thank you.
We bow
Likewise.
down to you, queen. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So, inquiring minds want to know, how are you making history for this iconic issue of Sports Illustrated magazine?
I believe I am the first plus-size queer woman to be featured in the magazine.
Congratulations.
History is here right in front of us.
Talk to us about the process, because I'm a woman of a certain age, and I remember when it was the Elle Macphersons and Cindy Crawfords, and though I loved them and I tried to dress like them, I was like, I don't look like that. I'm never going to look like that, so I'm going to stop trying to. So thank you for being part of that narrative. Walk us through what it is like. You're walking down the street and someone's like, you, Sports Illustrated.
Yeah. I wish. If anyone saw me walking down the street naturally, this would not be the result.
Same.
But the process is more like the Sports Illustrated swimsuit team reached out for a casting tape, and post-COVID, a lot of those things are done virtually, and so we sit down at home as the talent and we put our little camera up and we give a speech about who we are and why we'd love to be included. And I think that I was included this time because I told a news story. I have spent my career as a plus-size model and as a fashion editor focused on size inclusion, and a brand founder who had a plus-size clothing brand. And I usually give my spiel that way and explain that that's who I am.
Yeah.
But the year leading up to this casting request was a big one for me. I had gone through a divorce, I had come out, and I was living in this new identity. And that moment felt like the right moment for me to really come into that version of myself. And I shared that in the casting tape. And I mean, I think it resonated.
Obviously.
I would think so.
Obviously.
I would think so.
I mean, you came out of this cocoon as a beautiful new butterfly. It was like a whole new you.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
I feel that in metamorphosis.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. And I mean, I can imagine that was a very stressful time. You're going through a divorce,
right?
You can relate. I cannot relate. And then you know, announcing your new identity in this way. I mean, talk to us about that roller coaster of emotions.
It was, like you said, a roller coaster. But I think that Sports Illustrated Swimsuit was the right place to have this revealing of the butterfly. Because personally, it felt like such an amazing moment to be proud of myself, right? On a stage where I could celebrate pride and queer joy and all of my hard-fought evolution.
Your journey.
Right?
Yeah.
And then I also think that it's an institution with such incredible reach and that has proven that it can change the way that we see folks in this culture. And at a time where the LGBTQ community is under attack, I thought that it could have an amazing impact.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
You mentioned briefly, and I want to touch on it, you worked at Glamour. You were one of the editors at Glamour. You were a writer at Vogue. And you said that you started to change the narrative of women of all different shapes and sizes. How did that experience factor into, you know, landing in Sports Illustrated?
That's a great question. I think that the answer is probably that it taught me that being vulnerable and publicly being vulnerable and therefore connecting with other people who absorb that work has proven to be my secret sauce. And so being at a national magazine and standing up across platforms, print, digital, TV, social, and saying, I'm bigger than everyone else. It has long made me feel excluded, and I'm doing something about it, and I'm proud of how I am, and I want to connect with everyone else who feels that way and celebrate us, has kind of allowed me to do that now with who I am on the inside.
Yeah. You're such an inspiration.
It was definitely connected.
I love that.
Yeah.
Truly. And not only was all of this going on for you, but you have your own company, Henning. Talk to us about that.
Well, I don't anymore. I sold it.
You sold it.
Yeah.
There we go. That's the goal. Making money moves.
Company, sell it. cash the checks.
Okay, so we'll skip right over.
No, it's still a good question. First of all, I need a pep talk from you every morning. But yes, I had a clothing company called Henning. It made plus-size luxury clothing because that's what I was missing at work as an editor.
That's right.
Yeah.
And it has just been acquired by Universal Standard, which is the most size-inclusive brand in the world. They make sizes 0 to 40.
Oh my God.
And so I'm working there in some transitional capacity, and I'm so excited. But my baby has a home.
Your
so.
baby has a
go.
home.
Yeah.
So May is Mental Health Awareness Month. You are a huge advocate for therapy. Talk to us about your journey. Specifically, you know, we kind of glossed over the fact you got divorced. And I wonder where coming out factors into that and tying in your own therapy and your own mental well-being.
Yes, I am such a big proponent of therapy. I started therapy when I founded my business in an effort to get good at dealing with all the things that being a founder comes with. Yeah. You know, customers, public-facing interviews, people picking apart your business strategy, what have you.
Not taking it personally, right.
Exactly. And personal is the key word there because I ended up learning all about myself and how to be emotionally intelligent and feel my feelings. And then COVID hit, and thank God I had some basis, but that was really the time period where, for the first time in my life as a 30-something, I stopped and thought about who I was and what I wanted, and if work couldn't happen because we were all at home, what would fulfill me and what was important to me. And so there I started to learn about my identity, and that if I was going to identify as a queer woman, I maybe couldn't be married anymore. And I just couldn't speak more highly of that journey, and I recommend it for everyone. And you know, you never know where it can lead you, and trust me, I'm not saying if you go to therapy, you're going to end up divorced.
Exactly right.
But I think that it can only bring good things, even though they might be difficult to come to.
That's right. Oh, you are such a breath of fresh air.
She
Congratulations on all the things. Holy moly. Now I feel like I need to call my therapist and say, listen.
I know. Well, I might just hire you as my therapist. I mean, this evolution is so beautiful and very inspirational, as I said. So we thank you for being here and sharing with us.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you, thank you.